At the end of this video, you're gonna hear my pros, my cons of owning these awesome little birds. And then you're gonna find out if it's really worth your time or if enough cons scared you away. I'm gonna put her down and we're gonna continue this video. That was Maleficent. She's the softest one. She's a blue, black, copper Marin, very soft. Anyway, the first pro that I want to get into, they are the easiest farm animal to own. Easiest, in my personal opinion. Now, I've never owned a cow, but I know when you pick up baby chicks, they fit in a box about this big. You pick up a baby calf, they don't fit in a box. That's one for the pro column. Now, for the cons, regulations. Depending on where you live, you may be limited to rooster or no rooster. Depends on how many chickens you can have. Some places, like here in Missouri, an HOA can limit you to under 6 chickens. So depends on where you live. You're going to have to check your regulations on that. So that's going to be in for the con, depending on where you live in the country or the world. And then size requirements. So depending on, once again, where you live and your regulations, depends on the size of the coop that you can have. Maybe you can only have a super small coop because you can only have 2, maybe 3 chickens. Maybe you can have a real big one, but you don't know that without looking into everything. So size requirements, depending on how many chickens you want to have. Minimum of the coop, though, you should look to have 4 to 6 square feet per chicken inside a coop. So if you want to have 4 chickens, I would be on the heavier side of that. So 4 times 6, 24 square foot at the minimum. And then for a run, you would want a minimum of 10 square foot in the run. So 40 square foot in the run for 4 chickens. If you lift your coop, you can get away with underneath, and you can add that total space then for 40 square feet, fit your chicken coop and your run in a 40 square foot area for 4 chickens. So if you don't have that much space in your yard, size requirement is going in the con column as well. Now, speaking of the coop, you have the door that you have to deal with every day, every night, rain, snow. That door needs to be open and closed for the birds each time, otherwise you're going to have predators. So the chore of the door, you will forget more than once. So I hope nothing bad happens to your chickens, but you're going to forget. Definitely one for the cons. Now back to the pros, you do get fresh eggs. I'm not going to say that you're going to save money. Maybe this year, right, when eggs are $8 to $9 a dozen, $12 a dozen, you could save money on some eggs depending on how many chickens you have. But it's really not about saving the money with the eggs, but it's more about the quality of the eggs. The quality of the eggs are so much better with your farm fresh eggs than in what you buy in the store. So that's a pro. They're basically little pets. We have 12 currently, 16 with the babies, so 16 little ones. If you ever wanted to own a dinosaur, it's basically a little dinosaur. The closest living relative, I mean, besides an alligator, and I'm not going to own an alligator, so you train them to come out to your food, you make a little sound, and they come running. I got a video I'm going to show you of all 12 of mine just running right to my feet. A lot of fun. They're basically a little pet, so that's a pro for sure. Garden cleanup. Now this one can be neutral, because at the end of the season we do use them to clean up our garden, take care of all the weeds and the pests that's still in there. Maybe we got old tomato plants, old pepper plants, and we don't need those anymore. Garden cleanup is awesome for that. But if they get out during growing season, your garden will be destroyed. So if you think you're going to get those free-range chickens in your garden, you can. I hope you don't plan on growing much, because the people who were putting that on Instagram, they took the picture and they put those chickens right back in their coop. They didn't keep them there very long. So like I said, it's going to be a neutral on that one. We got garden cleanup is good, destroying garden is bad. Now, grass and weed control. In this video that I'm talking through right now, we're going to be looking at the garden tunnel that we kind of made right at the edge of our fence. It keeps the weeds down right by our neighbor's fence, so we don't have weeds growing up. Same on that though, be cognizant of where you're going to place your chicken coop, because your chicken coop and your chicken run, if you're looking for, once again, I'll pick on Instagram, all the pretty pictures with a chicken coop right in the middle of the yard. It looks so pretty. Now that grass is going to be dead in 6 months, probably not even. The run behind me, they're in a single blade. The orchard I'm sitting in, the grass is pretty much destroyed because the chickens get out and they will destroy it. So it's very good if that's what you're going for. So I'm gonna put it in a pro because that's a pro for us. Just be careful of it because you're gonna come back and say, no, that was a con for me. And once again, if there's a pro and a con that you disagree, hit me in the comments. Let me know. No, I think your con is more of a pro for me, or I think some of your pros are cons. Let me know in the comments. They're fun to watch. I mean, I sit right here. That was very loud, so I'm gonna edit that out. The truck goes very fast. The birds are fun to watch. If we're out in the garden and we're out just hanging out, the birds just go back and forth. They're always scratching at stuff. I put new hay down or new straw down, and they're always scratching at that. It's always fun to see what they're getting into. Another one for the pro column. Raising the babies, it is a lot of work, but it's super fun because I mean, the birds, right, they're this big, and then you're growing them into a big chicken, so it's exciting to take a bird from that small of an area to that small of a. Raising the babies is a lot of fun. You get to bring them home, you get to go pick out your babies, you get to bring them home, you get to try different breeds. We just got black sex links. I've never tried those before, but I think they're supposed to have like 280 eggs, so I'm pretty excited for those. Now, that's a pro. I'm gonna go back to some of the cons. Now, I mentioned the door that you gotta open and close every day and every night to keep the predators out. Well, even when you have a coop, you need to bury your harbor cloth about 12 inches out, 18 inches out, and make kind of a skirt to keep your predators away from getting your chickens, because chickens will eat a lot, but everything else eats chickens. So you got to be cautious of where you're placing your coop and keep everything sealed in for the chickens. Depending on the size of your coop, once again, a lot of this is dependent on, I say that a lot, but not every coop is the same. So depending on your method of style of coop, we use a deep litter method. So I don't clean mine but twice a year, and I'll have another video of that coming out real soon, so hit subscribe and you'll be sure to see that when I bring that out. But if you have a normal coop that you buy from Tractor Supply or any of the big box stores, you're going to have to clean that coop at least once a week, or it's going to get stinky, a lot of flies, and you're going to hate it. I did that for 1 year and I hated everything about it. So that's definitely a con. Same on the run maintenance. Even though it's twice a year, it's still something you got to do. So I'm going to put that in a con as well. But taking that all out, when we use all of our deep litter method, the poop that sat in there for 6 months, we put that in a walkway in our garden, and then after a year of sitting in there, it composts, and then we put it to our actual soil. So all that goes and recycles to our soil. So that part of it goes back in the pro column. I mentioned destroying a garden. That is definitely a con. I already mentioned it, so I'm not going to add that to the cons. But the egg production drops after the first year. The first year, which is about month 6 to month 12 or month 14, so almost 8 months of solid 100% egg laying is good. However, after year 2, after year 3, you drop every 20%, 80% year 2, 60% year 3. If you want your egg numbers up, you've got to get more chickens. So egg production dropping, that's a con. Getting more chickens, that's a pro. If, once again, dependent on the size of your coop. If you were able to space your coop accordingly for more chickens, getting more is always a benefit. Chickens are noisy. They are not quiet egg layers. I didn't know this when I started. I didn't know any of this when I started. We have ours right next to our neighbor's house. Luckily, he has not complained too much about the eggs and the chickens laying, but they are very noisy. You live in a crowded subdivision, you're going to get complaints. So that's a con. My kids enjoy the chickens. They have a lot of fun with the chickens. They come out, they feed them worms, they feed them table scraps. They have a lot of fun with the chickens. One for the pro. I did a DIY coop. built it myself, never built one. I took on the challenge, I enjoyed it. That's a pro. Kitchen scraps is another good thing about the chickens. They eat everything. There are a few things they shouldn't eat: chocolate, onions. I'm going to put out a video exactly on the kitchen scrap cell, so make sure you hit subscribe and a like and share this video. Something fun though that they do eat are pepper seeds, jalapenos. They don't have the taste bud to even notice they're spicy, so watching birds destroy a jalapeno pepper is quite funny. But anyway, that's my pros and cons column. The pros won tonight. What did you think? Were my pros and cons right? Do you have some I didn't list? Did I convince you or scare you away from having chickens? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.